and welcome to the first instructional video. Okay, so we're going to do a grounding together, and before we get started, I just actually want to talk a little bit about what I mean by grounding. So grounding exercises are a great way to drop from the head into the body. Our culture is very much based on a brain-body split. There's something about the fact that our eyes are in our heads that we think our minds are in our brains. Now, this is a general misconception. In fact, I'm just going to tell you right now that probably almost everything you think you know isn't true. But that's a whole nother story, and we'll come back to that eventually. For now, I want you to know that every single cell is conscious, or at least it's meant to be. That's the idea. You see, when we're holding toxicity in the form of carbon, we've created a shadow. We've created, well, essentially you could actually say we've killed the cell. And so even though the cell isn't, well, rather, even though the host is still living, parts of the body over a period of many, many years, and especially decades, because the nature of the natural man and woman's body is so phenomenal, it's so incredible, we can live killing ourselves for up to and over 80 years these days. So it's when we actually begin to switch on the cells in our bodies from kind of a dead state to an enlivened state, holding more light, life force, and essentially enlightenment, we're lightening up. Then we will begin to actually understand how we really feel and how our bodies really are. Okay, so I don't want to go into that too much. You're going to get a lot of that information over the whole of the course of this program, and I want to keep these instructional videos very short, so to keep your attention span. Okay, I don't quite trust you. So let's just do a grounding together. Now, this is the one video I want you to come back to every single day, okay? You need to be grounding. If you ever want to move beyond the restrictions of your stagnation, you have got to drop out of the head and into the body and have an awareness of who you are and where you are right now. Okay, so let's just begin by taking 1 or 2 deeper breaths and finding ourselves in a centered position. You can close the eyes. And I really want you to begin by getting a sense of a centered experience from the very top of the crown of the head and moving down through the center of the body. It's right in the core of the body. It's in the center of the body. And we're just going to imagine that that column of light is moving down through the root. So from the crown to the root and out between the legs. And then we just want to visualize this column, this light, moving down through all the different layers of the earth. So we can move it down through the floor and the foundations of the building, and down through the dirt and the earth, the sand and the shale, the pebbles, the stones, the rocks, the boulders. Around here we have great slabs of granite, the keepers of the secrets of the earth. And as if we keep moving down and down and down, we're moving miles and miles down now, and we're going past underground waterways rivers, streams, waterfalls, vast lakes that travel deep into the Earth's core. And 100 miles down now, and we hit oil. And as that hardens further, there's coal, there's heavy metals, lighter metals, precious metals, and even precious stones. There's crystalline caves, and we continue to just drop our attention further and further down. And we move down through the deep, watery realms of the ocean. This is the ocean of emotion. And it's 1,000 kilometers down, past the plant and marine life. And we move down through the ocean floor into a porous layer of the earth where great shards of light and electricity are blasting through porous rock. It's getting hotter and hotter and drier as our column of light drops into the fire in the belly of the earth, this red hot molten lava. It's great shards of light and electricity, the chaos as we travel towards the centre of the earth, another 1,000 kilometers down now. And here we find white hot spinning metal, just revolving at the speed of light and heat. And this is the magnetic core of the earth, and we're just going to drop our column of light into and around this magnetic core. It's the core of the earth, it's the core of the universe. And it's a still point that you can drop into every day. Just allowing yourself to be in this still point. And with a breath, we're just going to draw it up. Draw up the magnetism of this still point. Just hold it in the centre of your body. Dantian, the hara, the abdomen, the abdominal cavity. And keeping yourself plugged into the centre. Take 1 or 2 deeper breaths just to come back into the body. And enjoy your day. Namaste.